time now to talk about our health and just helping you to ensure you live safe. We're talking about the fight against malaria and the fact that the use of behavioral change is more the key now because of the fact that the parasite is becoming more and more dangerous. We're told that, for instance, in 2005, 38% of all outpatient department cases, 27% of admissions, and 7% of deaths were all due to malaria. Now, does it suggest that we're not getting home what we need to let people know about malaria? And how can we use behavioral change communication in the fight against the parasite? Now, 3 non-governmental organizations are leading the crusade to use behavioral change to fight malaria. My guests this morning, 2 of them from Hope for Future Generations, will help us to understand how this is being done and how communities are being alerted on behavioral change. To my right is the Programs Manager of Hope for Future Generations, Irene. Irene, welcome.
Thank you.
And thanks so much for joining us once again. And then to my extreme right is the Monitoring and Evaluation Officer of Hope for Future Generations, Dominica Anumo. Dominica, welcome too.
Thank you.
And thanks so much for leading the fight against malaria. Let's start with Irene. Does it suggest that we are losing the battle against malaria?
Thank you very much, Bright. No, we are not losing the battle, but
we are not.
As a country, as we have committed to the SDGs, it means what? We are working towards eliminating malaria. So if you even have cases being reported at the OPD, it gives you reason
it's a success story.
It's a success story that people are not staying home treating, but they are coming in to report of ill health. Because now if you are in the house, what we are doing is don't treat yourself in the house.
Right.
So at the community level, we are making people aware that when you have fever, when you have the symptoms that present as malaria, it does not mean you have malaria. Get to the health facility, get tested. Then when it is diagnosed, you are put on appropriate treatment.
I see.
Yes.
Great. Dominica, you deal with monitoring and evaluating what has been done in the communities. Now, Irene talks about the fact that we're even getting reports at health centers indicates that indeed people are hearing the communication, they are hearing the message, and they're ready to go out there and get to a health center for treatment. The communities that you have been monitoring, how responsive are they to the behavioral change communication that, for instance, Hope for Future Generations is offering?
Thank you. They are responding well. Now most of the community members, you know, now go to the hospitals to, when they go there, they also ask to be tested. In the past,
what were they doing?
In the past, there's these herbal drugs on malaria, they go and take and all.
We know the neem tree, for instance.
Yes. But now there's the change is gradually, setting in. It's like now they know that they have to go to the hospital. When they go there, they have signs of malaria, but then they ask that they be tested before, treatment.
The use of is it the RDT?
The rapid diagnostic test.
Great.
Yes.
So that the fact that I have a headache and my body is hot doesn't mean that I have malaria.
No, it could be typhoid, it could be pneumonia, it could be any other disease. So you need to test, before you treat.
Irene, so Dominica talks about the past difficulty. Is that why the behavioral communication idea?
Yes. It takes time for people to change built up attitudes.
Right.
And I mean, most Ghanaians previously were self-doctors. I think I have malaria. I go to the health facility or chemical shop and I tell the person that, give me chloroquine or give me quinine or now Coatem.
You don't even tell them what is wrong with it, but just say, give me
this thing, because you think that all the symptoms are telling you have malaria. So what we are trying to do as local NGOs, where we are in touch with the community, is to continuously hammer on the fact that get tested and also sleep in the long-lasting nets. Currently, Ghana Health Service is distributing long-lasting nets, but not everybody will use it as bed nets.
Right.
Some of them use it to guard their plants. They have an idea that if I use it to protect, the insects will die, but they are not thinking about their health. So they use it to guard their gardens, some of them their seedlings. So we are continuously hammering on behavioral change. Change your attitude. Sleep under a long-lasting insecticide nest. That is the only way you break the chain of transmission.
I see.
That is the only way.
Let me go to Jamaica and ask that. Now, this idea of behavioral change, I am coming to you more because you are with the monitoring team. How has this enhanced the fight? Letting people know that you need to get tested. Letting people know that the bed net is not for protecting your gardens. How has it helped the fight against malaria?
Thank you. For instance, in the Western region, okay, through our intervention, it has been recorded that there's a reduction, in the malaria cases that have been reported. Okay, more people have now know that they need to go to the hospital. They report that they have malaria. They are tested, and they are being treated. So it's like our intervention is doing well.
We have seen reduction.
There's a reduction, yes.
For instance, in the Western region.
In the numbers, yes.
Right. Irene, so this project, how well have you worked with Ghana Health Service?
Yeah, during the period, we had several engagements with the Ghana Health Service because they are at the treatment site. And we provided and supported them with capacity building for them to be able to diagnose properly and treat. Because